because I feel like we're still in society today having a hard time seeing women of power, and also seeing them be gentle, and also seeing them be kind, and also seeing them be intelligent. It's like you can't be multifaceted. If you're smart, then you have to be cold and ruthless. If you're powerful, then you have to be a bitch. If you and she became that.
Our viewers watching, because I want them to also know that you were also Mr. Robot, which is a great show with Rami Malek. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because your character in that show was very complex and very adventurous, similar in a way to Victoria. I would say, obviously different because vampires and all this stuff, but still the idea that, being cold-blooded and manipulative, right? And I read that going into that character at first, you didn't really know much about, other than being cold-blooded and manipulative and stuff, right? So how'd you go about even playing that character with such little information?
I don't know what their vision was for her, but originally all I knew was that she was supposed to be in like a couple of episodes. And then when we filmed one, it became 2 and 3. And I don't remember how many of the first season, but I think she was like in the 3rd of the first season. And then she ended up, adding something to the story. I mean, she ended up becoming this element to really a portrayal of white privilege in American society, and that really worked well with Martin's character. And I think it just became, I mean, she became an element of the expression that I think men want to see women of privilege as. Like, you can't be a woman in power and in control, and in control of obviously her motives were manipulative and narcissistic, but this was how it's portrayed, right? Because I feel like we're still in society today having a hard time seeing women of power, and also seeing them be gentle, and also seeing them be kind, and also seeing them be intelligent. It's like you can't be multifaceted. If you're smart, then you have to be cold and ruthless. If you're powerful, then you have to be a bitch. If you and she became that. But I think she was it in an effective way where women also started questioning a little bit, like, hey, this is not always the way.
Oh yeah, it's not always the case. Yeah, of course.
This is not the case at all, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
But she was, and preparing for that role was just like, again, like I read a lot of psychology. I really study a lot of psychology into these roles. I think the human mind is so fascinating. And talking before about Victoria and giving reason to behavior, that was definitely something that was very well thought through with Joanna. I wanted every move she made to be justified, not justified to other people, but to her.
To her, of course.
She could justify anything, every move she made.
I think
makes a scary character in another level,
Yeah, you understand
the
like that. Exactly. Is there anything that you can share that you have upcoming, or any projects you like to talk about, or is it all a surprise?
Oh God, there's really honestly so much exciting stuff going on right now.
Only if you're allowed. If
I don't want to jinx it. Listen, it's this quote I read, like, or it's not even a quote that I'm going to be quoting correctly, but I'm trying to live with this thing right now that doing more and talking less about it until, instead of talking it into reality, just making it into reality.
All I'm going to say, and everybody watching, because we're big fans, all we're going to say is that we wish you the best, and we know you're going to do great things. Knock on wood. Sorry, I genuinely mean that. I'm not trying to jinx anything, so knock on wood. We're big fans, and we love everything you're doing. And
thank you, Adam. Really appreciate it.
It was a pleasure having you on, and we should stay in touch. I have on Instagram.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me.
No problem. Talk to you soon. Take care.